Hi, it's Mrs. Stitches or Sheila. This is Flosstube number 70. And today's date is, I think I'm going to get this wrong. I've really lost track. I believe it is September 16th. It is a Tuesday. I think it might be the 16th. I'm not positive on that, but I'm pretty sure it is. I think so. 2024. Hi everyone. Welcome to, I think I have some new subscribers, so welcome to those that are new, and thanks for those that are my old friends for coming back. We're going to start off right away with giveaways. So let's do that right off the top. So I got it right here. I'm just going to reach down and get it. Oh, okay. And I got my trusty hat that I wore the other time. So I got my hat. And we are going to start off with the ones that have the least to the most, or thereabouts. So the first one I'm giving away is the Tall Tree Sampler by Heart and Hand. And I had 3 entries in that. So I'm going to just throw them into the hat. I'm going to stir it up, and let's see, I'll spell out tree, T-R-E, I picked one, E. Roxanne, you are on quite the winning streak. You won the little tree sampler. I'm pretty sure I got your mailing address, so we will just stick your little number with that and put that there. Okay, now Roxanne, I know you entered in a few more, so unfortunately you won't be eligible in the other ones, but so I'm just gonna take your name out on those. And so next we have 4 entries into the Plaid Summer booklet that comes with all of those. This is by KEB Studio Creations, and it's the Plaid Summer. So we'll see who we got on that one. Plaid was the keyword for it. So P, L, they stick together, A, I. I'm trying to get my hands on each and every one. I, that was double I. Feels like I'm missing one, but I'll do this one, D. Holly Hogue. Hopefully I spelled that right. Holly Hogue, you have won Plaid Summer. I think your name's in another entry too, so I might have to either, if I draw you again, you won't win that. So you're only eligible to win one. So next, well, that was the most popular, so let's just do that one last. We'll do next is, I'm not sure how many entered into this. I'll count them as I put them in. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 entries into Halloween Hill by Calico Confectionery. Halloween Hill. So it's funny, this one I had a hard time finding because the back of the page looks like an email, and I kept thinking it was an email. It was so funny. So 10 entries in this one. The keyword for this was Hill, H-I-L-L. But I'm not going to spell that out because there's lots here. I want to make sure I touch them all. I got to touch every single one. So maybe we'll spell Halloween. H-A-L-O-W. It's hard to hold. And E-E-N. Dana Simmons. I'm not sure if you've won before or not, but if you could email me, that'd be great. Dana Simmons. And then the last one, which I think was the most popular, just gotta put, my little pins back came off. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I have a little pin on the hat, and with all the fiddle farting around, the back of the thing came off. I'll just take that right off. Okay. And the last one is, like I said, the most popular was the Moss and the Moon by Tiny Modernist. So let's see how many entries we have in that one. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 is going to be lucky for somebody. And we'll call this, well, this I had multiple names on, so I will spell out moths. Moths. M. O. T. So many. So many. H. Karen Innes. Karen Ennis. Karen Ennis. So that's excellent. Yay. So if, oh, I just put her name back in here and I want to keep it out so I remember who won. That was silly of me. Oh, Sheila. Sheila, Sheila, Sheila. Why did I do that? You know it's going to be the last one I look at too. There it is. Found it, found it, found it, found it. Okay, we'll put these over here. I reuse these. Yeah, I make these up. They're just cutouts of old boxes or something. So if you guys could, all the winners, if you could email me, I'll have my email address in the drop box below. And I'll get those out to you probably not till next week because we're going away again. So this is a channel about stitching. This is Flosstube. So anyways, I shall get to the stitching and then maybe do life at the end. I got a funny thing. Oh, let's just put our hair down. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, that's good enough. So I have, let's see what I got. I have, I believe, 3 finishes and I got some whips. I probably have at least 1 new start. I think that's about it. So let's start off with just things in order and some of them will be finishes. So I'm going to just bend down and get some of the stuff. I also got some haul. Okay, well, let's start off with this right away. So on every Sunday, I do a seasonal stitch out of Cross Stitch for the Earth. I call the piece Seasonal Flux. And I guess next Sunday is the first day of fall, I believe. So I've been doing a section and trying to finish it off before and start the next section on the first day. So, but the winter one, I want to get the fall one done early so I can get the winter one done by the end of this year, which if I started on the winter solstice, I would only have about a week. So I got to do it a little faster because I only work it on 1 day a week. But so far I've done spring, summer, and I just started fall, and then there'll be winter. So let's just show you. I didn't get much done, and I was supposed to work on it yesterday and I didn't. With the traveling, I'm a little bit kerfuffled and a little bit flummoxed. I'm not sure if that's the right word to use, but yeah. But so that's just, this is by Emma Congdon or Stitch Rovia. So there is my spring, there is my summer, and this is the start of my fall. So as you can see, it's just a couple of acorns, and this is, she has things that cross over from one season to the next. So before I did the fall, it was like, what the heck is that? And well, it's a bird. But one thing I want to point out to you, so anybody who has this, I think there's a mistake in the pattern, because what they showed was there was actually supposed to be red in here somewhere, and I don't think that that was right. It didn't look right to me, so I didn't include it. I kept it blank because I think it makes a better silhouette of the bird. And I looked at the picture of the finish and it wasn't there. So whenever something doesn't quite look right in the pattern, if you can look at the picture of the finished product, sometimes it's a good idea, because sometimes, and really you can make it your own. So anyways, that's the only thing I did was this tiny bit. So I got to get going on this. So I might throw an extra day on this, like it's supposed to be Sunday, but I didn't work it on last Sunday. So I might just do a little bit extra on that. Then where did those go? see if I can find them. Huh. I wonder where I put them. Oh, I might have to pause. I don't see them. I'm going to pause for a second. Okay. Oh, my nose is itchy. Found them. Okay, so then these next three are finishes. So I will start off with them in order. So the first was actually the first one I worked on, but it was not the first one I finished. So let's do them in finish order. Okay, so I have my finish tracker here. And new to this is number 44 and number 45. I've actually done number 46. I just haven't stitched it in yet. So 44 was the fall plaid series. So this is the fall plaid series for September. I did the acorn. October I'll do the pumpkin, and November I'll do the leaf. That's a gorgeous relief too. I love that. Okay, so I did the acorn. So I actually did this traveling. I was actually really surprised I could stitch while traveling. So I thought that has 6 colors, 3 unique colors in the top and 3 unique colors in the bottom. But that was awesome. That was really, really enjoyable. So that was finish number 44. And then I got this in somebody's destashing. It was something they got out of, it was out of one of the magazines. So it was like a freebie in the oh, it probably says, oh, it doesn't say. But anyways, it was just a tiny little stitch, and it's like a card. So it comes with a card and envelope. And it's really small. And so I had it in our car. For if ever I was stuck without any cross stitching, I had it. And so on our travels, I stitched this. And so isn't that cute? It had a lot of colors, and it was like a dimensions where you had to kind of sort out the colors. I kind of messed up. This was supposed to be half stitches down here. It doesn't matter. And the back stitching was kind of funky, but I still like it a lot. So there you go. Just a little girl standing. Reminds me of like a Anna Green Gables or something. So I thought that was really, really nice. I like that. And then, let me just find the bag. Oh, shoot. Here's the bag. This here is another one I was working on. This is Field Mice Hollow by, can't believe they don't have their name on here. Oh, designed by Brenda Gervais. I just noticed that. And the company is With Thy Needle and Thread. With Thy Needle and Thread. It called for a lot of fancy floss. I didn't do that. And it was supposed to be something different for the laces. I did my own thing. I did my own fabric. I won this in a giveaway from Forest City Stitching. She just recently got 500 subscribers. Congratulations, Lisa. She's a fellow Canadian. And so she's got she's very good at doing her Flosstube every week. And she stitches a lot of things. So they're very short videos, but it's almost like my Sunday ritual is watching Forest City Stitching. So I'll show you the finish. Ta-da! So this is on a Kaylee sewing shop fabric. It's opalescent. I was trying to show you the opalescence last time and I had a difficult time. I got my board here back to my regular spot, and I got things actually set up properly. There we go. That's better. And yeah, so I just pulled from stash. And I just used regular white there, and I think I did 4 strands to do it kind of thick, and kind of just picked my own. And I'm very happy with the way it turned out. I love it on this fabric, and I love the colors. The only thing is I think that their whiskers kind of look like droopy noses. They remind me of like Gonzo of the Muppets. But other than that, I think it's really great. I really like it. I love the style and the design. And I did this travel stitching too, so that was really good. I got it finished I had to give up at one point because the counting got to be too much for traveling. Then I had to finish it when I got home. But that's Field Mouse Hollow, and that is finish number 45 of 60 for this year. That's great. I'm very, very pleased with that. So, yeah, that's about all to say about that one. Okay, so next is a new start. This is the book of Max Pigeon Coop. Stitch, what's it called? Cross Stitch in the Forest. And he has 5 sections, I believe. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 5 sections. And so what I'm doing, here, I'll just show you the sections at the start here. So 5 sections, and they're about 5 or 6 designs in each section. So what I'm doing is I'm doing 1 stitch per section. So my first stitch was the Boreal Bounty that you saw last time. That was in the Among the Pines. So sort of, this one's called Into the Glade, the section, and I'm doing Fox and Butterflies, which is the last one in that section. So I'll show you what it'll look like when it's done. I think probably everyone has seen this. So that's what it's going to look like when it's done. And it's, again, I stitched this when I'm traveling. I did end up doing a lot of frogging on this one. But, so I dyed this fabric myself. Not greatly, but I did. Oh my gosh, no, I didn't lose my needle. This needle hides under this. That's good. Okay, let me just move some stuff out of the way here. Where'd my board go? There it is. I put it with the actual stitch. So I dyed this fabric myself. I'm calling it Blueberry because I actually just dyed it with blueberries and some blueberry tea. So it's like a little lilac and a little bit gray. And so it's turning out well for this. So these trees I ended up frogging, and I ended up doing it differently than what it's charted. So there's 1 extra row on each side. So it's slightly off, but that's okay because you don't, things stand alone. If they stand alone and you don't count off them and you know they're a mistake, it's fine. So it all works in the end. So yeah, I'm working on the fox, and I'm kind of coming down, and then his big tail's going to come around here. So I'm probably a little under halfway done. I'm saving this for our next travel, which is tomorrow. We're leaving tomorrow for 4 days. So I will take this with me when I go. So, sorry, the light's kind of goofy right now. If I put my face close, it seems to be better. So yeah, so it's coming along great. The butterflies are super easy. The trees had a pattern to them, and the fox has a pattern to it too. So I'm really happy. I substituted my own color for the main part of the fox. Oops. This is my needle minder. It's Emily Bryn, Crafty Emily. She has an Etsy shop, and I just got that recently. I love it. She does a bunch of stamp needle minders. They're great. Anyways, there you go. That's Fox and Butterflies. So I'll be working on that, and I'll probably finish that next stitch, or next, like on our next travel. So, okay, now I'm going to throw in a tiny bit of haul, and no, I'll finish up what I'm doing. I'm going to have to pause you because everything fell over. Okay, gotta take this out of the Q snap. I probably should have done that while it was paused, but I didn't. So with our travels, we went up to the Eastern Shore. We stayed near Sheet Harbor, and we stayed at this, it's called the Marmalade Motel. It was fantastic. They had this, they're calling it September road trip. So if you're a Nova Scotia resident, I believe, you get this deal, and it was awesome. For $15 extra a night, we got breakfast in the bed both days, and a $20 gift certificate to their cafe. We had so much food. we had, oh my word, we were so full. Their breakfast was huge. I mean, it was all like, not like hot breakfast, but it was like a big croissant, big muffin, bowl of fresh fruits, banana, grapes. No, there wasn't a banana, just grapes. Yogurts, big thing of orange juice, big thing of coffee, eggs, like hard-boiled eggs. It was a lot of food. We brought it back with us. And then when we went to their cafe, we ended up like just getting sandwiches to go. And we were so full still when we got home that night, we didn't have for dinner till the next night. So it was like a lot of food. So plus we're seniors, so our tummies are smaller, although they still get bigger. I don't know. So one of my daily pieces is Astro Cat. And I couldn't wait. I had to start his eye there. So there's the full eye and then partial of an eye. But I'm coming along on this. I'm a bit off on my scheduling to finish it. So I'm going to do a little extra each day because I didn't take it with me. I probably will take it on the next trip. Like I said, we're leaving tomorrow. So I'll probably take it with me just because I don't want to get behind again. But there you go. That's Astro Cat. Then the other one that I'm working on the same piece of fabric, I probably could cut it now. Like just separate the two wouldn't be a big deal. But this is by Paint with Stitches. And if you want to join along and stitch one of the Maud Lewis's, I have a discount code, 10% off her Etsy store. And you could be stitching this too. And if ever anyone does, please let me know. I'm really interested to know if I have fellow stitchers out there doing this. But I think since I last saw you, I may have just did a bit up here. I missed another Mod Monday, so I'm a bit behind on this, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. So it's coming along great. I'm really enjoying it. I love that one. Okay, so those are two. Oops, that's loud. That is loud. Let's put you down there. Okay, then another one. So when we went up, we stayed at this Marmalade Motel, and then we went up further up the mainland of Nova Scotia, and we went to I think it's Sherbrooke, and then there's a lighthouse there called Port Beckerton. It's spelled Bickerton, but I was corrected from the people there that it's Beckerton, and that was lovely. And then we went to Canso. Canso's kind of controversial. I had seen a long time ago they want to do a space launch there. But the residents don't want it. So everywhere it was no to space something rather. And then we went to Guysborough and then we came back. So it was a long day of driving, but lovely, absolutely lovely. So we had a really, really lovely time. So how many times can I say lovely? Okay, so this is, so speaking, because we went to the lighthouse, they had a whole thing all on all the lighthouses in Nova Scotia. And of course, one of them was this one, which is Boar's Head. So I showed her the pattern of the one I'm stitching, but this is Boar's Head. I didn't have it with me, but I'm going to take it on this next one too. Because again, I got way ahead on this one, so I'm not behind yet, but this is my Boar's Head lighthouse. It's a whole lot of sky, and it's going to still be a whole lot of sky for a while. This is going to be 180,000 stitches, I think. So I try to do about 200 a day on it. But I haven't worked on it for, I think, 4 days now. So, but I had gone ahead before, so I think I'm still okay. But I don't want to use up all my buffer, so I should be conscious of that. Okay. And then finally is, oops, that's Crash Bang Boom. Oh, is my sampler September that I'm doing, which was a piece I picked up that somebody passed away, and so their stash was being sold in a stitchy shop, and this was by donation, one of their whips, like you kind of complete their whips. And so this was her whip. It's called Summer Fruits. And I thought, well, that's kind of a nice sampler, very proper. And so when I started this, I'm pretty sure it was based on the pages. There's 12 pages, and I think they had done pages 1 to 9. And so I think 2/3 done. So I'm doing the final third. So let me use my handy dandy board here. Handy dandy board. Might not fit. Okay, so what she had done was up to this row of letters. And so I am doing down to this corner. So it's another row of fruits, then some letters, some fruits, and then the two corners, which are kind of intense. So yeah, so far I'm doing pretty good. You can see that's just a tiny little cherry there. It's hard to see. There is like a little fruit there. I think it's like an apple. And so I did U, V, and Y. W, X, and Z are over here, and then another corner, and a couple more fruits, and I got a big cluster of cherries that's going to go right there. So there you go. So I'm doing good. I'll get this done before the end of September. This is tiny. I believe it's 28 count, and I'm doing 1/1. She was doing 2/1. I was shocked when I clued in that she was doing 2/1. I have tons of threads left over doing 1/1. So yeah, so there you go. That's summer fruits. So very, very, it's hard doing it on such tiny fabric. I'll be glad when I'm done with it, because it is just so, what do you call it? So detailed, so precise, that I do get tired of working it. I don't know why it feels it's harder than the other ones I'm doing 1/1. I think it's because it's 28 count and the other ones are probably 25 count. I think just that little difference. And that's what I've been working on. So, well, that's pretty good. Let me just check my list and make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Field Mouse, Acorn, Beach Girl, Summer Finish. So on the Nature Flux, I'd finished the summer section. I probably didn't point that out very much. Nature Flux Mistake, I mentioned that. Oh, I was going to give a shout out to, and I'll include her link below, UA Stitcher. I have watched her first 2 Flosstubes, I believe. I think she is, I want to say, from the Netherlands. And she speaks very good English. She apologizes for her English, but she speaks very good English. She has a whole variety of things. She likes to do a lot of beading things. I think she's doing one piece that's all beads. She did a really neat thing. She does a couple of ornaments, and she crocheted the back. It was so cool. That was in her first Flosstube. So I haven't watched all of her. I think she has around 6 now, I believe. But anyways, I think I watched the first 2 or so. So I'm gonna just grab a tiny bit of haul here. Oh, it looked like the camera went down a bit. Yikes. Hopefully it won't fall. So while we were traveling, I picked up the Halloween issue. And now I know I got lots of whips on the go, and I've been doing lots of finishes. Last October, I did a start every other day. I meant to do it for the whole month, and I quit about the 23rd or something. I was actually almost able to, I think I only have 3 or 4 whips left from that. So I was actually pretty good. Some of them, I think a few I was able to start and finish in 2 days by doing every other day. Going through this, I can find at least 13. There's probably about 15 things I want to stitch. I'm very pleased with that. And so I am going to do that again with this one. I'm going to do a start every other day with 13 of the ones in these. There's 2 other Halloweens that I have in my own stash, 2 or 3, that I'd also like to start. So we'll just see how it goes. And I'm hoping some of them will be starts and finishes, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. I'm doing pretty good. I'm like right on target with having just done my 45th finish. And I actually have another one I found. It was one I started this year that all I got left is beading. It's one of the Teresa Winsler small freebies, a dragon one. It was actually hard to stitch, but so that's going to be almost a free finish. I'm going to do that shortly, and that's going to be another finish that I haven't counted. I don't think I've counted it. Pretty sure I haven't. Okay, so, and then the other thing I got was my Fabric of the Month by Kaylee, the sewing shop, and I get a half yard, and she does it. It's like a really long piece, which works out perfectly for me. I actually really like it. It's kind of odd, but it's all in the way you do it. So That's the fabric. It is gorgeous. I love it. I love it. I have to figure out what to put on it, but it'll probably be really good for some of the Halloween things I'm thinking. So yeah, so we're heading off tomorrow to Parsboro. We're gonna spend, I think we're leaving on Wednesday. We'll be back on Saturday. So Wednesday night, Thursday night, 3 nights. So that's gonna be good. I'm gonna have fun with that. We're gonna just do driving around and relax in the cabin and just have a good time. And yeah, so I'll take some stitching with me just in case I get a chance to actually have a bit of a sit down, relax stitching time. So yeah, we'll be back Saturday. So maybe early next week I will do another Flosstube. Yeah, a week from today might be work out well. And yeah, that'll be that. And then I'll probably, once I get a few more finishes, I'll do another giveaway. We'll see. So weather here has been gorgeous. Beautiful fall. It's really been nice. This is one of our best times of the year. My family's coming out to visit later on this month, and yeah, I think that's about it. I'm watching the students from our high school here. We live on a hill, and they're running up the hill right now. So it's like, oh yeah, watch the. Good for them. They look really strong. They run up that hill much better than I do. I'm right now trying to train for either a 5K or 10K on Thanksgiving weekend, which in Canada is October 13th, I think. So I went for a run yesterday, and I'm not as young as these kids and not as good a shape, and so it's a little bit harder for me. But anyways, we'll see how things go. So that's about it. I'm still going strong on the diamond painting. I got my most recent diamond art in the mail, and it's big. So I have to finish the one I'm working on, and I'm probably about 2/3 or 3/4 done. So I'm kind of focusing on a finish of that. So I hope to get it all done by the time my brother has visited and left. And then after he leaves, I'm going to take over a table and start the big one. But I got to get the other one done first. So I'm happy that some people have shared with me that they do diamond art too, and it is addictive. I'm excited for the new one because the new one is a diamond art club, so I feel like it's like a fancier version, and it's got square drills, which the first one I have done is round squirrels, round drills, and so the square drills will be they're going to definitely be fancier, but I want the space to do it properly, and I don't want to have more than one on a go at a time. So I'm going to finish this other one. I will show you guys when it's finished. It's a cheap version, so it's not very detailed. It is what it is. To me, it was my training wheels to see if I really wanted to do it or not, and I do want to do it. So then after this, I go to then the DAC or Diamond Art Club. So yeah, that's it. We're going to be off, and I will see you guys next week. The winners, please email me your mailing address, and we will talk to you guys in about a week. So take care, everybody. Bye. Happy stitching.